Hello, lovelies. Happy Friday to you, and welcome to a speed build. Welcome to the modern church. Now, this might come as a bit of a shock to you, but it is a modern church. It is indeed a modern church. I've been wanting to build one of these for quite a while. I got inspired from one of my viewers on Twitch. They're called Snapdragon on the gallery, on the Sims 4 gallery, and they built a beautiful modern church in the Sims 4. And it had these beautiful like arches kind of like sloping up off the ceiling. I was blown away by it. I actually checked out the build live on stream. So they were my main inspiration for this. So Snapdragon, thank you so much. I will leave a link down below to that build in question so you guys can go and take a look for yourself. And I wanted to recreate something, but just with my own kind of flair. So that is what I did. And this is what it is. And it's using a lot of roof pieces, a lot of curved roof pieces to get this shape that I had in my head kind of come to fruition. So this is what it was. This is what it is. And I've really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed building this. Bit of a short speed build today. Very unlike me, but this build just kind of came together quite easily. I had a vision in my head. I had inspiration from Snapdragon. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to carry on and see what shape I can come up with the actual roof pieces themselves. Now, this is in the kind of dock area in Windenburg, the modern kind of dock area. I thought it suited being kind of near to the water. And yeah, this is where I decided to build it. Now, it always annoys me I wish you could just have a wedding venue. I wish you didn't have to have it in a bar or a lounge. I wish you could just filter the option as a wedding venue so your Sims could just get married anywhere. I built this kind of as a generic wedding venue. And then when I went to kind of get the Sims in so I could film the video tour and stuff, it wouldn't recognize it as a place where your Sim could come and get married. So that was really frustrating. So I actually ended up making this a bar. And in the basement level itself, I actually had to put all of the bar stuff so the Sims would come here and get married. But I will upload this as a wedding, generic venue. And then you guys can make your decisions on what you want to use it as. But yeah, I just wish, why can't we just have a wedding venue option where your Sims could just come and get married at the wedding venue option? So stupid. I just wish that was a thing. But yeah, very nice, very minimal on the inside as well. Everything is very clean and white and crisp. And this is exactly what I wanted. I could have I was even thinking about it, like having this as an area where your Sim could also have the kind of party and stuff as well. But I didn't really want that for my build. I wasn't really looking to make another area where your Sim could like have their meal and stuff. I just literally wanted to build a church. So in retrospect, this probably won't be the most exciting of weddings for your Sims, but I just wanted to play around with my imagination and build a kind of real futuristic, modern looking church. And yeah, I was happy with it. Lots of roof pieces in this place. There were lots of roof pieces. It still looks really good from the inside as well, with all of these kind of channels kind of floating up to the sky above. I really, really love how it came out at the end. Really did. How are you lot anyway? I hope you're good. Thank you so much for all your lovely comments on my video yesterday. I've been reading through them this morning and I'm going to start replying to them now. I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing your ideas as well at where the Let's Build the World series is going to go. It's very, I don't know. I love coming together as a community and kind of getting our imaginations flowing. I bloody love it. Really do. So now this is what I'm doing with the roof pieces now. I'm slowly just morphing everything around. In my head, I almost wanted it to look like a sort of cocoon. I wanted it to be kind of cocooned in these roof pieces. So all of the roof pieces are at differing heights. They kind of get taller up towards the middle of the church. And then at the end, it goes all the way down and gets a bit smaller at the end as well. I actually flipped the church around too. I built it this way in the beginning and I was like, something's not working with me, like not working for me. And I couldn't work out what it was. And I actually flipped the church all the way around the other side and it just looks better in that position. Like the bit with the big pillar on at the front is supposed to be the top end of the church. And this was supposed to be the kind of back end of it. But I really wanted the back end to kind of look out all over the water because that would look great in the wedding photos and stuff. So yeah, I end up flipping it and it just comes across a lot better to me. Really does. I actually changed the windows. I used the kind of just normal flat eco lifestyle windows in the beginning, the tall ones. But I end up changing them for the ones that you're seeing now, like the sort of like triangular shaped ones that also came with that pack, I think. Did it? I think it did, yeah. I use them instead. And it just gives a bit of texture to the build itself, just changes the shape of it a little bit more on the outside. And I was really happy with it. Really, really happy with how it came out. But yeah, how are you all doing? This is my last video of the week. I'm going to be having a chilled weekend. Getting some things prepped for next week as well, because obviously I've got a few different videos coming up next week. We're going to do another Let's Play Part 2 Strangerville. And also we're up in a different area in Let's Build the Worlds as well, which I'm really excited for. But also I'm prepping my spooky builds. I need to start doing some spooky builds. So as of next week, for the rest of October, most of my speed builds will be of the spookier variety. I'm going to be building some houses from some films, maybe some TV series that kind of reflect on this spooky month of October. So be on the lookout for that, my friends. I'm also going to be live on Twitch tonight. It is Variety Fridays. I'm actually playing Phasmophobia with 3 of my friends. Live on Twitch at 7 p.m. BST. I've not played it before. I've had it for a couple of weeks now, and I've been holding off to this stream until I get my first experience with it. If anybody that doesn't know what Phasmophobia is, it's this new game that's just came out where you are ghost hunters and you have to go into these haunted houses with all of the ghost hunting equipment and trying sort of figure out what ghosts you are hunting before they hunt you. Like, they can get it. It looks terrifying. It looks absolutely terrifying, and I'm here for it. So that is exactly what I'm going to be doing tonight. If any of you guys want to come along, you are more than welcome, obviously. So I'm playing around with the front steeple bit. I really wanted the steeple to kind of have a very modern look to it. So I use a lot of those wall decals from Eco Lifestyle, but I also use that vase that came with City Living, and I end up layering the vase with one of the floor lamps, like that twisty white spirally floor lamp as well, just for a bit more drama. And I don't know, it works. It definitely works. This might not be to people's tastes. I understand that, but it's definitely to my tastes. I love anything modern, as you guys may or may not know. It's my shit. Really is, won't lie. And this is, I'm not religious in the slightest, but there's something about a church. I love churches. I think they're beautiful to look at. I think they're beautiful to be inside as well. And I'd love to see some modern churches in real life. I've seen them online. When I was doing my homework for this, I kind of looked around the world at some other modern churches, and there's so many beautiful ones out there. There's one, I cannot remember, and I can't get it up at the minute either, but there's a Japanese architect who built, I think it's called the Church of Light. Have a little look. And it's literally this beautiful concrete church. It is stunning. And the light on the inside as well. There's this window that's in the shape of like a cross, and it kind of spreads the light in a cross all through the church inside. It's gorgeous. Just have a little look at it. It's very, very nice. Now, I wanted to bring, it was looking very kind of plain to me as I was doing this. I was like, right, I want to bring in some kind of like organic element now. So what I end up doing is using strips of grass from Eco Lifestyle and the floor tiles, and I just put them around in different formations. Mainly, again, as I was saying, just to bring in a bit of like an organic vibe to it. I think sometimes with modern builds, you need to bring an organic vibe into it. In my eyes, anyway, it's just my tastes. But I like seeing trees and greenery next to a modern build. I very much do. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm just doing channels of these green sort of like lawn areas. And I end up putting some trees in from Debug on the outside as well, just to frame it in. But yeah, this build was a bugger to take a thumbnail of. I'm not even sure if the thumbnail looks good or not because I haven't edited it yet. But it was a bastard. Absolute bastard to try and get a good thumbnail of this. I think it's because it was so high. It was such an irregular shape. And I wanted to try and get as much of the building as possible. It just proved a little bit difficult and I was not here for it. It took me bloody ages to get a photo of this place. But it looks better in movement as you move around the build. So as always, there is a video tour at the end. I do show you some Sims getting married on the inside. Well, hopefully, haven't filmed that video tour as I'm speaking. Hopefully the Sims will sit down. Can't see that happening. They'll probably be walking around the church and standing in front of the couple getting married. But yes, very, very annoying. So I really wanted this build. Also, this was a big thing for me to look very good at night. So lighting was very important. I end up using a lot of these little wall lights that came with Spa Day. They just put that little glow up whatever you're putting it against. They put a nice sort of like ambient glow up it. But I end up using a bit more of these wall lights as well, which are also from Spa Day, just to bring a bit more of a powerful light into it. And I end up putting these behind the roof pieces themselves, and it glows up like against the church at night. It's lovely. It very much is. Very much is indeed. I hope you lot have a lovely weekend. I'm just going to be chilling out and going for a walk with my best friend tomorrow. Going to go for a pub lunch on the moor somewhere. And then on Sunday, I'm going to meet up with my parents and we're also going to go for a walk. I think we're going to go down into a fishing village in Cornwall, get some nice food, and take the dogs out. That is my weekend and I can't bloody wait. It's been not a stressful week this week. Just I've had a lot to do, not just on YouTube as well. So my schedule kind of suffered a bit this week. I was trying to sort of chase things up, even though all my builds came out on time this week. Very, very weird. Very, very weird for me. Now, my builds or my videos usually come out about 6 p.m, but I'm going to kind of bring them out to in between 6 and 8. I'm just going to say that's my default time that my videos will come out, in between 6 and 8. And then if anything's any later, as you guys know, I will always let you know in the community tab or on Twitter. But yes, anyway, into the interiors. So as I said, I wanted a very minimal look on the interiors. And I tried a few things before I found this was the one that I enjoyed the best. Putting that sculpture of the swans kind of like sort of fluttering up and using the wedding arch from Island Living. And then using these maple trees that are in these pots. I just really didn't like the pots. I was like, oh God, the pots look like kind of cream next to everything else. Everything else in here is either a light grey or a really, really light grey. So what I end up doing is using these, well, I'll show you now, these little arched kind of like planters, and it just hides away the bottom of that a little bit better. And I don't know, it looks lovely and it looks really nice in kind of gameplay as well. So if your Sims do get married in here, my loves, make sure to send me some videos or some pictures, sorry, because I would love to see. I really, really would. Really like doing wedding venues, but I just hate the fact that weddings have never, ever worked well in The Sims 4. They're just, I don't know, they need a big overhaul. Even if they did a celebrations pack in The Sims 4, celebrations game pack, where they can kind of really, really get into the wedding code and make it better. Because it's just shocking at the minute. It really is. Really, really shocking. And I finished off by putting these lovely candle pieces all the way down as well. So very, very simple. And some confetti as well. Can't forget the confetti. But anyway, I'm going to leave you guys now. There is a video tour coming up and I will see you all on Monday. Goodbye, my friends.